To the relief of his weary company, Simon is able to locate an unbroken lift to the uppermost floors of Tor Varden. They ascend in silence. Simon can practically feel the anger radiating off of Captain Baker. Behind her fiery glare, there are only thoughts of revenge and justice. For his part, Simon simply wants this night to be over. But one more task remains: confronting the betrayer, Constable Rains, and putting an end to whatever horrific plan he has for this fortress. Simon, Russell, and Captain Baker are the first to climb the ladder to the roof. They find a massive unlit pyre with one of Baker's guard bound and placed atop the kindling. Looming near to him is an imposing skeletal suit of armor. It calls to the intruders.
Welcome, Captain. I was hoping you would make it in time for our grand finale.
Captain Baker spits. This is Rain's true form revealed. No further dialogue is required. The gnolls that litter the rooftops cease their chattering and ready their weapons. The final confrontation has begun. Before Rains can give an order, Simon fires an empowered arrow into the nearest gnoll sniper. He then crouches along the wall for cover. Captain Baker and Russell follow close behind. The Shadow Knight lurches forward, tracking his adversaries. His gnoll minions clamber towards their prey, firing off arrows haphazardly. One arrow catches Russell in the back, and as he reels in pain, another hits him in the shoulder, taking him out of action. The remaining heroes join the party at last as Simon sends one more arrow into the nearest gnoll. The creature stumbles backwards and falls off the scaffolding to its demise. The two leaders then carry the incapacitated Russell back to the exit and turn to face the approaching Shadow Knight. The villain is all smiles as he lurches forward to meet them. With a thunderous crash, Rains knocks away Captain Baker's shield, and his henchman squeezes in an additional devastating strike. Baker is once again fighting on the edge of death. Xerxes is caught off guard by an arrow through his thigh. The other two snipers take this opportunity to gain a better vantage point. Xerxes rips the arrow out of his leg, and Dana immediately douses it in a potion. She and Cody slip behind the gloating Shadow Knight, and Cody manages to thrust his blade right in between the plates of his armor. A sickening black liquid soaks the knight's cape. Rains turns just in time to interrupt Sal's holy incantation with a clumsy kick. The dull glowing light where his eyes would be flickers as he notices the blessed stave in Sal's hand. Vaughn lifts his own sword, but the knight grabs his arm instinctively. He lifts the Arcanist and throws him over the scaffolding into the darkness. Xerxes rushes forward, ignoring his own wounds, and is caught in much the same way. He too is thrown out of sight. From the southward distance, a green flame erupts, cutting through the mist. Simon realizes that Tor Hamel, the next allied fortress over, has been taken. A tidal wave of miasma washes over them as Simon and Cody try desperately to hold their vomit.
No more of this. No more!
Sal fights back tears as she strikes the nemesis with her stave. The unnatural armor crumples like parchment and bursts in a flash of white cleansing light. The minion is so shocked by his master's disintegration he can hardly defend himself when the rest of the group pin him to the wall. Dana dispatches him with a crack of her mace. The green fog twists in Simon's lungs. He steadies himself on the edge of a brazier and takes a risky shot. Gaffin, the Dread Hornet, collapses in her hiding place with an arrow through her skull. Losing another teammate does not faze Grimley the Ace. The experienced sniper feels the same rush as he always does when his arrow hits the young recruit in the back, sending Cody spinning. It takes the last of Captain Baker's strength to drag the recruit with her back down the ladder to safety. Sal fires off a particularly vicious magic bolt, which hits two arrow piebald right in the chest. Dana and Sal leap over the wall to capitalize. Simon can only hold his position and steady his breathing. He narrows his focus and casts a glow spell. A brittle custom arrow shatters off the stonework and riddles Simon's right flank with splinters. Against the pain, he holds his position. Piebald attempts to fight back, but Sal and Dana lift the knoll over their heads and powerbomb them through the scaffolding. Another horrific green light shines from the north now. Another wave of tainted air leaves our heroes gasping. Tor Dargos has been taken as well. On this cursed night, the denizens of the Shadow Deep are making a power play. Simon and Grimley trade shots. Both miss. Both sharpshooters adjust their angles. Dina and Sal sneak to the pyre, hoping to assist the captured guard. Simon only has the strength in him for one more shot. As soon as he sends it, he collapses on his back in exhaustion. He can only hear as the arrow meets its mark. A sharp yip and a thud as his rival archer collapses dead. Simon keeps his eyes closed and listens to the sound of the howling wind, of Dana and Sal tending to the injured. He gives a weak thumbs up when his turn arrives. To his astonishment, he hears Vaughn and Xerxes painfully climbing back over the edge of the scaffolding. They somehow survived. He hears Russell and Cody make a stupid joke through ragged breaths. Simon cries. He laughs and punches the floor. With the guardsmen rescued, the pyre is lit, and from miles away, the shining orange beacon defiantly breaks through the night of green fire. And that is a wrap on the 3-part second mission of Rangers of Shadow Deep, the Beacon Tower. I still have plenty more missions to try, and Simon's not dead yet, so he may be back. Thank you to Joe McCullough for making the game. Rangers of Shadow Deep is still one of my favorites. And thank you, patrons. Thank you for supporting me on Patreon. As always, check out my Patreon if you're interested in getting into tabletop games like this one. I've got so many things you can print out and play with. Until next time, you can find me on Blue Sky, you can find me on Instagram, you can send me messages, I might answer. I probably would answer. Bye-bye.